Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Little Chapel of Faith. My name is Tina. If you're new here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. We have platforms on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok, and we have 2 playlists on Spotify for Gregorian chant and Christian contemporary. So if you have a chance, take a listen. We are here with the new Saint Joseph Baltimore catechism, book number 2. We are on lesson 2, God and His perfections. I believe in God the Father Almighty, creator of heaven and earth. And as always, it does have a picture. What is God? What do we mean when we say that God is the supreme being? When we say that God is the supreme being, we mean that He is above all creatures, the self-existing and infinitely perfect spirit. Supreme means highest. Self-existing is explained in question 10, indefinitely perfect in question 11, and spirit in question 9. So if you do get this book, which I recommend, get it. And that way you can read it. I don't want to go back and forth on you. What is spirit? A spirit is the being that has understanding and free will, but nobody and will never die. God is a spirit. A body has to be a certain definite place, but a spirit does not. A spirit is more real than a body, since a body can be destroyed, but a spirit cannot. God is the most real being there is. But to picture God, we usually draw a kind of elderly man. What do we mean when we say that God is self-existing? When we say that God is self-existing, we mean that He does not owe His existence to any other being. If we do not get enough air, food, and drink, and help others, we shall die. But God does not need anything or anyone to help Him. He can exist without help. This is what we mean when we say that God is self-existing. What do we mean when we say that God is infinitely perfect? When we say that God is infinitely perfect, we mean that He has all predictions without limit. Perfections are good qualities which something has. For example, advertisements for automobiles may list the perfections of their automobiles, their size, their beauty, speed, power, comfort, and so forth. What are God's perfections? What are some of the perfections of God? Some of the perfections of God are: God is eternal, all good, all-knowing, all-present, and almighty. God has good qualities of perfections. Perhaps we can better understand them by comparison with the perfection of man. Man has intelligence. Man has strength. Man has goodness. God has intelligence. God has power. God has goodness. But man also has limitations. Man is limited in knowledge. Man is limited in strength. Man is limited in goodness. Man is limited in time. God has no limitations. God knows all things. God can do all things. God is all good. God is eternal. What do we mean when we say that God is eternal? When we say that God is eternal, we mean that He always was and always will be, and that He will always remain the same. What do we mean when we say that God is all good? When we say that God is all good, we mean that He is infinitely lovable in Himself, and that from His fatherly love, every good comes to us. What do we mean when we say that God is all-knowing? When we say that God is all-knowing, we mean that He knows all things, past, present, and future, even our most secret thoughts, words, and actions. What do we mean when we say that God is all-present? When we say that God is all-present, we mean that He is everywhere. If God is everywhere, why do we not see Him? Although God is everywhere, we do not see Him because He has a spirit and cannot be seen with our eyes. Does God see us? God sees us and watches over us with loving care. What is God's loving care for us called? God's loving care for us is called divine providence. What do we mean when we say that God is almighty? When we say that God is almighty, we mean that He can do all things. Is God all-wise, all-holy, and merciful, and all-just? Yes, God is all-wise, all-holy, all-merciful, and all-just. So, that was actually B, and then we have C. We have C here. So this is quite long, so we're going to leave it here, and tomorrow we'll go into chapter C, part C of lesson 2, because this goes on for some pages. So I'm going to make a check here so I remember that we did that. All right. And we will be back tomorrow for more. Until then, I hope you all have a beautiful day. Be well, be safe, be kind to each other. May God bless us all.